Okay.
You're up.
I'm Heidi Kindsvater, Shelby Kindsvater, Alex Moss, Chris Ashworth, Linda Moss, Buck Moss, and my photographer, Chris. According to the United Health Foundation, 20% of American students do not complete high school. Can every student who does complete high school afford to go to college? Does every student want to go to college? These are questions that most parents don't ask themselves. Preparing students for life. I'm Heidi Kindsvater, and this is my persuasive speech. The evolution of public schools started when the Puritans came to America in the 1600s. Their foundation of teaching was reading, writing, basic math skills because students picked up the family trades. That's what they needed to know. There wasn't a need to teach students other things in school. Now there is. Students need to be prepared for life. The funding for our public schools comes from local and federal taxes. In today's classroom, the traditional classroom model is still followed where the teachers instruct and the students do the work and then it is graded. That is the basic classroom. But now students need to learn vocational skills and they should be taught these skills in school. Students don't often go into a family trade anymore. It is important that they learn how to survive on their own. Alternatives should be offered for those who choose not to go to college, as well as maintaining the stuff in school for those who do. In 2004, a study began from the Center of Public Education. 21% of those who did graduate from high school did not go to college that fall. Of that 21%, 12% still have not gone to college, and these are people at the age of 26. They are still working in jobs where they were not trained for to do anything in high school. This is where a change is needed. Legislation and funding needs to be changed to provide more opportunities for our students so they can be more prepared for life. Alternative vocational schools need to be brought forth in a positive manner. Life skills need to be taught and college readiness. These changes need to be made to our public school system. First, the need for change in making the positive alternative high schools a positive aspect of American public education. An alternative school is where a student may receive vocational training and become a certified professional upon graduating from high school. Vocational training means that they would learn how to do maybe automotive maintenance or become a certified nursing assistant, carpentry, plumbing, and there's many more options. According to the National Department of Prevention Network at Clemens University in South Carolina, many alternative students are in last chance schools. These students are forced into these schools because their behavior problems, or they were truant from school, or it's court ordered. The reputation and stigma of the alternative schools needs to be changed from this negative attitude to a positive attitude where it gives students who do not want to go to college but want to learn a trade the opportunity to do so while in the public school system. Currently, alternative schools are offered throughout America, but they are not openly advertised to students in a positive manner. They are only brought up when there's a problem with that student, either attendance or behavior. Ask any high school graduate that you know. How do they budget their money? How do they go grocery shopping? Do they know how to vote? These are skills that students need to learn in school. And these are some of the reasons that things need to be changed in our public school system. Making these changes will have a positive outlook on America. If you add vocational education by going through the proper legislation, and to begin this, the best way would be to contact your local representatives or your local school board. There is also a national school board that can be contacted through letters and email to solicit changes in our public school system. We need to remove the stigma from alternative schools being for the bad kids to alternative schools being for the kids who choose to not go to college and want to make a life for themselves. It needs to be a positive so that it has a positive outcome on our community. Now let me give you an example. I'll give you an example of a student who should have gone to an alternative school. My son Johnny had no direction in high school. He graduated from high school with the basic skills of being able to work in a retail job, one dead-end job after another. He finally is in a job that he can probably keep for a while, but he wasn't taught anything in high school like how to budget his own money, how to keep track of it, or how to go grocery shopping, so he got in trouble with his finances fast. A positive example would be one of his friends who went to an alternative school within their high school. They offered a nursing program for students to become certified nursing assistants. This student graduated from high school with the ability to go get a job and support himself and have the means and opportunities to have a career in that field. Now, those are just two examples, but there's many more out there. Those students who didn't graduate from high school, that have no GED, they have a hard time even getting the minimum wage paying jobs. Can you help make these changes to benefit all of our students? Yes, you can. To do this, if you call your local representative and push for change, the U.S. Department of Education has stated that Obama is pushing for some changes to better our students for the future. However, what are these changes? These changes need to be brought forth by the citizens. How would you feel if it was your student that didn't graduate or chose to not go to college?